Hello, everyone. Happy Easter. I hope everyone is having a wonderful and joyous day, connecting with family and friends and honoring all that today is. And I find it quite interesting that today is day one of this 8-day move towards the eclipse on the 8th. So it's just a beautiful day of resurrection all around. So I've already created a container around us. So now I'm going to open up through the quantum fields, the collective quantum fields through our heart space. I see a lot of yellow energy in the fields, that spring energy, that renewal energy that is already happening. I know here in North Carolina, we already have spring in full bloom about a month early. So that energy of resurrecting life is already here. And within that, what's within the renewal? Right, so there's a reversal energy in this the renewal. So instead of feeding this life back into us, it's something is siphoning it out of us. So we're going to clear any reversals of energy, reversals of the renewal within us. And with that, there's some clearing in the stomach, in the intestinal area. So this energy of having swallowed kind of a heavy burden, having to swallow our truth, and not being able to speak it. So we're gonna send in crystalline diamond water elemental energy to cleanse through our digestive system, through stomach, the intestines, and out. So it's the diamonds are just gathering any debris, and pulling it out of our systems and flushing it out. And I see Mary Magdalene in the fields with us. She has an energy in a field like this softly humble energy, this bowing towards others, like this honoring of energy between people. And she's really showing me this pathway, this kind of the strength of her humbleness, like all the times that she was, that when things were hard on this journey, like her lifting others up, lifting Jesus up in order to continue to move on his path. So it's that very sacred love. You know, when you see someone struggling, like, you know, I mean, for lack of a better word, like running a race, and it's a long race, and they're, you know, at certain points they get tired, or they feel beat down, and that those people, that love that brings us back up and helps us to remember why we continue to move forward. So it's that pathway of love, you know, love being the truest power, and the truest power that we hold. And that really is the only pathway forward. And I don't mean it in a, don't look at the negative side of things, you know, and I don't mean it to be a falsity, but to really, like, where can you dig deep within yourself and be humble and loving towards yourself, towards others, um, you know, when others are struggling, how can you help lift them up? And then how can you receive that love and that uplifting back when you need it? Because we are all, with everything going on, we'll have days where we feel strong and certain about things, and we'll have days where we're afraid and we're scared, and that's okay. Even Jesus had those moments. And so there's the angelics and the divine beings who are here supporting us today. There's also like this heavy chain that is, it's almost like this claw that is attached into our intestinal area, like around the belly button, and it's clawed in and it's dragging the energy down. So they're removing those heavy chains from everyone in the collective, allowing us to feel lighter and more free. And they're applying some healing salve around the wounds where those claws dug into us, and even on the, like, we're not getting the nutritional information and nutritional stuff that we need because of the perforation of our intestines. So it's, as much as it is an internal thing, it's also an external thing of creating these holes in our lining. Because again, it's, if we're depleted, if we're dragged down, we can't hold that higher energy and that higher frequency. So again, clearing that and healing any wounds around that. And then there's some clearing around the heart energy and the solar plexus area. So all the places where our inner child feels unsafe, where it doesn't feel safe to speak our truth. And even where various ideologies are creating separation instead of connection. And so we're afraid to reach out to each other. We're afraid to be able to speak our truth and to receive somebody else's truth and it be okay, whatever that truth is. We should, if we're truly creating community, I shouldn't have to fit into anybody else's version of truth. I should only fit into mine. Should be open to hearing possibilities, but I should not have to change, nor should anyone else. And so to be open and truly inviting, because Jesus invited everyone to the table. If you felt alone, if you felt betrayed, if you felt hurt and you were rejected by the Pharisees and other religious leaders, Jesus welcomed you to the table. And so, we should have a large table. And so, as we do internally, to invite all the parts of ourselves, those parts that we love and those parts that we dislike about ourselves, to bring those to the table, as well as the reflections of those out in the world. Because that's where true healing begins. That is the pathway of love. And so what I was shown with the theme of pathways this morning, and this is kind of in reference to what happened the other day with the bridge, as the global elites, whatever words we use to describe them, as they try to cut off supplies and cut us off from each other, to create separation, all these things that they're going to try to do, which is to create separation, to create fear, to destroy all of life. It's important to realize that new pathways will form. Just like when there's an injury in the brain, we can create new pathways to do the same thing. And so new routes will be created. New schools will be created. New financial opportunities will be created. So whatever they do, start to look for a new path. Create a new path. Because the most important thing we can remember is that as children of God, of the light, of this Christed energy, that we are incredibly strong and incredibly powerful and able to do so much more than we have been allowed to believe. All of our wings are healed. They may have been hurt at some point in the past, but it's only our belief in our wings or the lack of them that make them unusable. It is the belief that there's only one way, where really the only one way is love. And through love, all things are possible. So that vision that you have for yourself, of greatness that is truth. That big mission and purpose and that role that you're meant to play in what's happening is real. It's true. We are here to step into our 12th dimensional Christed energy. We're here to resurrect our divine self, to receive the sacred blood of the living God, and to have that cleanse and move through our body, pushing out the trauma blood that we have been infused with, the death blood we've been infused with, the sacred blood of God. Transmutes, transforms, and releases anything that is not of God from our bodies, from our fields, from our records. And this divine source of God, it is the pure magic. It is pure healing. It is pure creativity. It is all those sacred parts of yourself. And so it's time to step outside of what's happening in this world. To choose a different pathway forward, a pathway of peace and love and sacred harmony and sacred unions. And it's going to require all of us, the 144,000 and more. It is us uniting with our gifts, our energies, our hearts, with our minds, creating a new possibility within the collective. And again, this pathway of love and true unity. You know, the ideology is inclusion when the truth is unity. And as I've said before, inclusion actually means caging, confinement. So it's more of an energy of jailing people versus true unity, where we are both our individual selves and we are this one energy, this one being. So imagine just how powerful we all are as individuals, how we have the power to change things by our choices, by choosing good over bad, choosing love over hate. And now imagine that amplified with all of us united together. And so that activation for today is that divine resurrection and the receiving of the sacred blood within us, so that we may walk this new pathway forward together. And so I feel the energy rising within all of us, that divine resurrection happening, this receiving of this source energy. And again, the word God may not resonate with you, but it's that energy that connects us all. And that's what we're resurrecting into, that we see each other as individuals, as brothers, sisters, fathers, mothers, sacred lovers, that we are all one. We are the Holy Mother, Holy Father, and God. And so as we move forward, as we move towards whatever may happen on the 8th, and there may be nothing that happens, and we'll all just have a good laugh, just like we did at the end of the Mayan calendar where we thought the world was going to end. You know, may we laugh at that and experience the beautiful and powerful shifts that happen afterwards. And if things do happen, that we are united in this humble strength and this God source that unites us, and that we know together all we have to do is, you know, reach out a hand, either to receive a hand up or to be the hand that pulls another up. That together there's nothing that can be done to us, that we are divinely protected, we are divinely sourced, and there's nothing to fear. And so I leave you with those words, and I'm so grateful and so thankful for everyone who is watching whenever you watch. Thank you for being part of my life and for receiving all that I have to give. So thank you so much. With that, we seal up in the 12th dimensional Christed energy, and we ground this energy down into our grounding platforms, which is a few feet below our feet, anchoring in this divine resurrection and sacred blood. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. And thank you for all the divine beings of living light who are here to assist us today. Thank you to the cosmic solar Christ Sophia, the Holy Mother, Holy Father, and especially thank you to God for today. Thank you. Amen. And I release the energy. I return, release the collective consciousness, and receive my energy back. Thank you.